الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. حمدا لرب العرش إجلالا تقدس عن الشريك تبارك وتعالى. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله جل رب العزة وعلا وتقدست نعوته تعالى، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اصطفاه الله واجتباه وقدمه على من سواه. أما بعد, welcome back to Nectarious of the Cave, where we take verses, recite them in different modes, methods of recitation, and the commentary of them, so that we can digest this 18th chapter of the glorious Quran from the beginning of it all the way to the end, according to that which Almighty had vouchsafed and blessed us with. In today's lesson, we have the following verses that we will repeat 4 times, insha'Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أم حسبت أن أصحاب الكهف والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذ أوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا فضربنا على آذانهم في الكهف سنين عددا ثم بعثناهم لنعلم أي الحزبين أحصى لما لبثوا أمدا نحن نقص عليك نبأهم بالحق إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى وربطنا على قلوبهم إذ قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض لن ندعو من دونه إلها لقد قلنا إذا شططا هؤلاء قومنا اتخذوا من دونه آلهة لولا يأتون عليهم بسلطان بين فمن أظلم ممن افترى على الله كذبا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أم حسبت أن أصحاب الكهف والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذا والفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا فضربنا على آذانهم في الكهف سنين عددا ثم بعثناهم لنعلم أي الحزبين أحصى لما لبثوا أمدا نحن نقص عليك نبأهم بالحق إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى وربطنا على قلوبهم إذ قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض لن ندعو من دونه إلها لقد قلنا إذا شططا هؤلاء قومنا اتخذوا من دونه آلهة لولا ياتون عليهم بسلطان بين فمن أظلم ممن افترى على الله كذبا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أم حسبت أن أصحاب الكهف والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذ أوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا فضربنا على آذينهم في الكهف سنين عددا ثم بعثناهم لنعلم أي الحزبين أحصي لما لبثوا أمدا نحن نقص عليك نبأهم بالحق إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى وربطنا على قلوبهم إذ قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض لن ندعو من دونه إلها لقد قلنا إذا شططا هؤلاء قومنا اتخذوا من دونه آلهة لولا يأتون عليهم بسلطان بين فمن أظلم ممن افتري على الله كذبا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أم حسبت أن أصحاب الكهف والرقيم كانوا من آياتنا عجبا إذ أوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا فضربنا على آذانهم في الكهف سنين عددا ثم بعثناهم لنعلم أي الحزبين أحصي ثم بعثناهم لنعلم أي الحزبين أحصي لما لبثوا أمدا نحن نقص عليك نبأهم بالحق إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى وربطنا على قلوبهم إذ قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض لن ندعو من دونه إلها لقد قلنا إذا شططا هؤلاء قومنا اتخذوا من دونه آلهة لولا يأتون عليهم بسلطان بين فمن أظلم ممن افترى على الله كذبا. Briefly, these are the verses of today. A bit longer than usual, but with much of nectar. Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala in this number of verses is reminding not only the believers but the world about this magnificent story. But however, this story will come after our short break. Remain blessed and we see you after this short break. Wassalamu alaikum. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا. Welcome to Nectarious of the Cave, where we sit, ponder, cipher, and think deeply about the verses of this chapter known as the Cave, the 18th chapter known to the world as Surat Al Kahf. Almighty talks about the people of the cave, and because of that, the story is completely designated for these people. They were young men. When they say young men, it's not necessarily they were very young, because youth in Arabic means fitya. In this surah, in this very chapter, Almighty talked about the people of the cave. Who were they? Where did they come from? What was their story? How many were they? Where did they stay? And for how long? What was their impact? What did they do? What made them to flee? From who and what? Almighty briefed us in this surah. There are many stories that are reported concerning them. Their names, where they came from, and also the name of their dog, and the very spot that they spent, and also the currency that they used. Many stories had been reported about these individuals that Almighty called fitya, meaning young men or youth. However, majority of those stories are their stories, but it's not the history. They lack authenticity. Thus, there's no need to mention all. And most of the hadith that are reported, most of those who reported them are not actually thiqat. Thiqat means praiseworthy and also accepted individuals who are known to be reporters of hadith. So if hadith or a saying from Allah's messenger is reported from someone that is strong and praiseworthy, it is accepted. However, the people of the cave and what they did, those who reported, for the most part, the hadith are not strong, they lack authenticity, thus there's no need to mention. But briefly, what Allah mentioned in His book is more than sufficient, because the point is not knowing what was the name of the dog, what color was it, what clothes they were wearing. None of this will benefit us whatsoever. But the main lesson that Almighty wants us to glean from them is the purpose of their life and what that purpose serve. Because a man meaning a human being without purpose in life, that means you are not living according to the code that Almighty had codified the world based on. أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا? Do you think that we created you purposelessly, without any aim? So this young men, Ashab Al Kahf, they had purpose, vision, and plan. Because this chapter of cave, the cave or Kahf, is the chapter that talks about purpose in life, business, establishment of the strong government, and also those who are supposed to be possessors of this earth to rule. Almighty talked about that in this surah alone. Subhanallah. So Almighty says, Am hasibta. The word in Arabic language is used as bal, rather. So is not did you, it means rather. So has two meanings. Either you say ahasibta, meaning is actually a hamza and the meme is dropped. It means instead of saying hasibta, the meaning is ahasibta. Do you think? Do you perceive? Do you really think? That's the meaning of ahasibta. But if you say the meaning of the word hasibta, it means bal. It means bal hasibta, rather you thought, or part of your thinking is. But that's not the case. What Almighty meant is, أَحَسِبْتَ أَنَّ أَصْحَابَ الْكَهْفِ وَالرَّقِيمِ كَانُوا مِنْ آيَاتِنَا عَجَبًا. Do you think that the people of the cave, their own miracles, are the greatest signs of Almighty on earth? Never. Previously, Almighty talked about earth, and that He made everything on it to be what? An adornment, glitters, beautifying the earth, bring it good sight and all of that. So here when He talks about the people of the cave, the relationship between the verses before and this verse is that the creation of the earth is more wonder, or is wondrous than even what the people of the cave did, or what happened to the people of the cave. Because those people of the cave, they were very few in number. How many were they? Their story is coming near in this verse, bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So don't worry, we will cover that. Some will say they were 3, the dog was the 4th one. Some will say they were 5, and the 6th was their dogs. Almighty said all of this is just guessing randomly. That's not true. But Almighty will tell us soon, insha'Allah ta'ala, in this surah. So the point is, these people left their own city because of faith, because they were persecuted, they were challenged. They wanted to run with their faith because of the tyrant leader of their time, who was pressing people to worship other than Allah. When they realized that this is not the purpose of the creation, we can't be under this circumstance, we can't be under this part of the world under someone, we can't be in this part of the world. That's why they have that purpose of traveling and that mentality of changing environment. قال شاعرهم وفي الأرض منأ للكريم من الأذى. Meaning, if you are not well respected in a place and you are being forced, the earth is spacious. أرض الله واسعة. This earth is very spacious. Leave that place to another place and establish another life, another livelihood, another spot. Just create different spot other than where you are. So what happened? They left their own place and they run. As they were running, they did not know exactly where they were going, but because they have their own purpose of serving Allah Almighty, drove them gently to a cave. And the word kahf in Arabic means a cave. And a cave in Arabic, a cave when inside is really spacious, widely open, it is called kahf. But if inside that cave is very narrow, it's not spacious, it is called ghar. So ghar is actually a spot inside a cave that is very narrow. But kahf is inside that mountain, but it's very spacious. So Allah said it is very spacious spot. So see, they were running from a place that is very, very confined for them. They were confined. But when Almighty realized, or when Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala witnessed from them that they were sincere, from that confinement, Almighty placed them in a cave. He said in kahf, not ghar, because ghar is very narrow and very tight. So Allah said we left them in the cave, and they will spend 309 years. Allahu Akbar. 309 years they will spend in that cave, but they will come out like nothing had happened to them. Until they are completely away from the cave, they will realize that, look, we are not actually in the old age. This is different era. This is different epoch. This is different time. This is different mentality that we're in. But long after this 309 years that Almighty will talk about in details later, they did not even know. What is the purpose of this? Do you think those people who spend 309 years, do you really think that the people who had spent 309 years in the cave and they came out still alive, did not die, and nothing had changed? Why? Because we kept on turning them. If their side is about to be numb, Almighty says we twist them and turn them to the other side. If this is becoming numb, we place them on their backs. If their backs becoming numb, we twist them. وَنُقَلِّبُهُمْ ذَاتَ الْيَمِينِ وَذَاتَ الشِّمَالِ. We kept on twisting them and turning them from the right. Because medically, when a person spends long time here, sleeping on one side, that could numb the place and he may be completely paralyzed. So Almighty said we did not want them to paralyze, so we kept on changing them back and forth for 309 years. Can you go to sleep for 309 years? Impossible if it is not from Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why people thought this is a wonder from the magnificent signs of Allah. Allah said this is nothing compared to the creation of the heavens and the earth. أَأَنْتُمْ أَشَدُّ خَلْقًا أَمِ السَّمَاءِ. And he also says that, are you strong in creation or the heaven that we created? Banaha, Allah created the heavens, stronger than you. So who do you think you are? And then he also says, لَخَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَكْبَرُ مِنْ خَلْقِ النَّاسِ. The creation of the heavens and the earth is far bigger and stronger and mightier than the creation of human beings or creation that are on this earth. Yet, people thought those people of the cave are wonder, or among the portent and the signs of Allah is something very amazing. Allah said, no, what we did is much more than this. So Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala said those people of Kahf and Raqim, Kahf wa Raqim, the same thing according to the best opinion. So it's actually idafa that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did, or atf, that is actually the same. أَمْ حَسِبْتَ أَنَّ أَصْحَابَ الْكَهْفِ وَالرَّقِيمِ. Some people said Al-Raqim is actually their names. Some people say no, it's a place where their names were written. Some people said no, it's actually the spot where they spend the night or those days. That place is called Raqim. In any case, what is reported is that the people of the cave, Ar-Raqim means marqum. Whatever is written, like Almighty says, Kitabun marqum, meaning a written book. Meaning whatever Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed the people of the cave to do, and the place where their story was written, this is what is known as marqum. Their story and wherever it is mentioned. So this is about the people of the cave that Allah talked about, but they are not wonder. Thank you very much for following. Wassalamu alaikum. ختاما وابتداء. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر باسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا